Hello everyone, I'm Miss Jordi, the Young Adult Librarian at the Augusta-Richmond County Public Library. Thank you for joining me today for this program as we observe Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Day on January 18th and celebrate the life and legacy of Dr. King, who fought for racial equality and ending racial segregation in our country. This year, as you celebrate the holiday, I encourage you as young adults to take the time to reflect on the work of Dr. King and to read at least one of my 4 picks to celebrate this day that will help encourage you to further Dr. King's dream, as his daughter, Dr. Bernice A. King says, was for us as a nation to come together and celebrate our differences as well as our commonalities. My first pick is Dear Martin, a YA fictional novel by Nick Stone. In Dr. King's I Have a Dream speech, he says, I have a dream that my 4 little children will one day live in a nation where they will not be judged by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character. Justice McAllister, a 17-year-old African-American high school senior at a preparatory academy who is a full scholarship student, captain of the debate team, and ranked 4th in his graduating class of 83 students, realizes that Dr. King's dream has yet to be fully realized after he is handcuffed and arrested after trying to prevent his ex-girlfriend from driving drunk after a party. Instead of properly assessing the situation, the cop assumes that Justice is up to no good and is trying to break into her car because he is African American and wearing a hoodie. Justice has never had his character questioned before, and this experience rattles him. He starts writing letters to Dr. King asking how he was able to remain nonviolent and how to handle these situations. I'll read an excerpt from the book of Justice's first letter to Dr. King. August 25th, Dear Martin, aka Dr. King. First and foremost, please know I mean you no disrespect with the whole Martin thing. I studied you and your teachings for a project in 10th grade, so it feels most natural to interact with you as a homie. Hope you don't mind that. Quick intro. My name is Justice McAllister. I'm a 17-year-old high school senior and full scholarship student at Brazelton Preparatory Academy in Atlanta, Georgia. I'm ranked 4th in my graduating class of 83. I'm the captain of the debate team. I scored a 1560 and a 34 on my SATs and ACTs respectively. And despite growing up in a bad area, not too far from your old stomping grounds, I have a future ahead of me that will likely include an Ivy League education and an eventual law degree and a career in public policy. Sadly, during the wee hours of this morning, literally none of that mattered. Later in the story, Justice and his best friend Manny are driving with their music turned way up, much to the fury of the white off-duty cop beside them. Words are exchanged and shots are fired, leaving Justice and Manny caught in the crosshairs. In the media fallout, it is Justice who is under attack. This book sparks conversations about policing, systemic racism, affirmative action, casual racism, code switching, and several other issues. It has won several awards, such as the Georgia Peach Book Award for Teen Readers from 2019 through 2020. I highly recommend it. My next pick is March, Book 1 by John Lewis, Andrew Aiden, and Nate Powell. It is the first book in the March trilogy, an autobiographical black and white graphic novel trilogy about the civil rights movement, told through the perspective of civil rights leader and U.S. Congressman John Lewis. Book 1 covers Representative Lewis's childhood in rural Alabama, his life-changing meeting with Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., the birth of the Nashville student movement, and their battle to tear down segregation through nonviolent lunch counter sit-ins, leading up to the marchers going to see Mayor West at City Hall in Nashville. Book 1 was the 2014 winner of the Coretta Scott King Book Award, and the trilogy has won several book awards for excellence in young adult literature. If you enjoy reading graphic novels, or if you're a reluctant reader, I highly recommend reading Book 1 and the others in the trilogy. Once I started reading Book 1, I found it hard to put down and was able to read it in one sitting. I look forward to reading the other 2 in the trilogy. My third pick is Turning 15 on the Road to Freedom, My Story of the 1965 Selma Voting Rights March by Linda Blackman Lowry. This book is a first-hand account of Linda Blackman Lowry of her experience as a teenager participating in the voting rights marches in Selma and Montgomery, Alabama. She was jailed 9 times before her 15th birthday, but she refused to give up the fight for equal rights. She was the youngest marcher on the historic 1965 Voting Rights March from Selma to Montgomery with Dr. King and others. On the second day of the 50-mile march to Montgomery, she turned 15 years old on March 22, 1965. Her story is a reminder to young adults that if you are determined, you can overcome your fears and change the world. This book has won several honors, such as being nominated for the Georgia Children's Book Award in 2018 and won the 2016 Robert F. Siebert Honor Book Award and won the Amelia Bloomer Book List Award in 2016. And last but not least, my fourth pick is The Lions of Little Rock by Kristen Levine. This is a historical fictional novel about life in Little Rock, Arkansas in 1958, a year after the Little Rock Nine integrated Central High School. It's a story of friendship about two seventh graders, Marley and Liz. Marley is a shy and quiet girl who is sure that starting middle school is going to make things worse, but she meets Liz, the new girl at school, and they quickly become friends. However, during this time of segregation in the South, their friendship is threatened when Liz is caught passing for white and has to leave school without even a goodbye. However, Marley is determined to get her friend back. In order to stay friends, they must be willing to take on segregation and the dangers their friendship could bring to both their families. This book is a great conversation starter concerning themes of friendship, overcoming personal challenges, breaking stereotypes and prejudices, and standing up for one's beliefs. This book has won several awards, such as the 2014 through 2015 Georgia Children's Book Award and the 2013 Amelia Bloomer Book List Award for middle grade readers. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you celebrate Dr. King's holiday by reading at least one of these books. If you don't have a Pines Library card, please contact one of our branches to see how you can obtain one, so you can check out these books and others in our YA collection. Thanks again, and I hope you have a wonderful holiday. Bye-bye.